Reincarnation manga or manhwa is one of the most popular genres in the community. Even in 2022, according to Crunchyroll, 1 out of 4 anime is isekai. There is a huge audience for the isekai genre, and if you are watching this video, then you are also one of them. Well, in this video you will know about the best villainous manga and manhwa where the MC is reincarnated as a villainess. You will get a list of total 10 recommendations with 5 manga and 5 manhwa. I chose the most popular ones from the internet so that you can rest assured because the titles given in this video are the best. On the 10th number, the manga name is Tiermon Empire story. Mia, the princess of the Tiermon Empire, lost her head to Madameda guillotine at the age of 20, the victim of her own self-serving policies and willful ignorance. But merry moments after the blade came down, Mia wakes up in her own bed and she is 12 years old again. At first, she thinks it was all just a nightmare, but the presence of her blood-soaked diary beside her lets her know that it wasn't. And for whatever reason, she has been given a second chance. Since she has zero interest in being beheaded again, Mia determines to figure out a way to change the future, and if it's one that doesn't involve too much pain and hardship. Tiermon Empire isn't precisely a breath of fresh air, but it is certainly worth reading. Mixing absurdity with satire, it capitalizes on current light novel trends while still managing to be its own story. It's simply a lot of fun to read, and that's a never bad thing. On the 9th number, the manhwa name is When the Villainess is in Love. When a young girl wakes up in the body of her favorite character, Villainess Princess Libertia, the very first thing that she decided to do is fangirl her heart out. And why not? In a novel where all of her favorite characters are doomed to die, this is her chance to give them all a happy ending. But will the story play out as she expects when people start to see Princess Libertia in a new, forgiving light? One fangirl's love might be what it takes to turn the villainess into a heroine. On the next number, the manga name is The Holy Grail of Erens. As a little girl, Constant Grail stumbled upon St. Mark's Square during the execution of Lady Scarlet Castiel, the purported wickedest woman around who was found guilty of trying to poison the woman, her fiancé, the Crown Prince. 10 years later, Connie is nothing like Scarlet, prepared to marry the man her father needs her to wed, and resigned to an unremarkable existence. All of that changes when at a ball she speaks to a mysterious woman before being set up by Lady Pamela, her fiancé's lover. Before she quit knowing what's going on, the mysterious woman from before has possessed her body and come to her aid, because she is none other than the ghost of Scarlet Castiel, and there will be a prince for her help too. On the 7th number, the manhwa name is The Villainess is Retiring. Sit back and take in this romantic tale of an angelic hero and her devoted suitors as they vie for the depth of her love, or not. But remember that this story is about to go through some edits. After an accident, a modern-day college student awakens as the story's villainess, Melissa Fodder-Brat. She is far from anyone's favorite, but she is the daughter of the Duke. Determined to live it up, this new Melissa is doing things her way. She doesn't think about the society. All idiots should be prepared to step aside from her way or perish. On the 6th number, the manga name is The Reincarnated Princess Strikes Down Flags Today as well. I was reborn as a princess in the world of Otome game with memories of my previous life. Wait, what? I'm the heroine's love rival. I have no intention of falling in love with any of those pathetic guys, because the one that I like is a supporting character, the commander of the Royal Knights. Except the heroine, after being reincarnated into this shitty game where all the supporting characters are way better than the love interest, is threatening to bring down her life with flags, and she is determined to strike them down. On the 5th number, the manhwa name is Daddy, I Don't Want to Marry. Juwelian is a villainess so hated by everyone that even her lover and father leaves her to die in pitiful death. Just as she is about to face her fate, she gets a chance to change the course of her story. In order to avoid the tragic end that she knows awaits her, she breaks up with her lover and gives up trying to win her father's love. Instead, she focuses on using his wealth to enjoy her new life at its fullest. But while she prepares for her extravagant life as a lady, her father begins looking for her new suitor. Afraid of that he will marry her off the infamously unpredictable and stormy prince, she lands on a desperate solution, a dating contract, and the best candidate is none other than her father's student. Based on a hit light novel, Daddy, I Don't Want to Marry is a manhwa that is worth your time. On the fourth number, the manga name is Accomplishments of the Duke's Daughter. Iris, an otome game addict with no time for romance, gets hit by a truck after getting out of work. But instead of dying, she finds herself in the world of a game that she has played just hours earlier. However, she is not reborn as a game's protagonist, the main heartthrob of the harem. Instead, she starts her new life as an antagonist. Right at the moment, she is being sent to live in a nunnery for the rest of her life. Iris finds herself and her family stuck in the middle of a succession crisis over the throne, as there is a local faction of people who support Edward's older brother Alfred, who is reported to be traveling to gain more support as well as to avoid assassination by his stepmother, the mother of Edward. On the third number, the manhwa name is The Villainess is Happy Today. The night she, who used to live as a powerful and elegant modern city woman, heard about the marriage of her ex-boyfriend, she was depressed, thinking, why did I become a villainess? In any case, she played the role of a villainess who is losing her fiancé and harasses the main character. There's nothing bad about it though, because this villainess has everything. But the first thing you have to do is ask your trash fiancé to break up. The girl has everything: appearances, assets, money and intelligence. The only thing that this girl lacked was the ability to judge a man. After this point, her mindset changes and she thinks that it is time to throw away my bastard fiancé and enjoy the luxury of power and money. So definitely, The Villainess is Happy Today is worth your time if you are a girl. On the second number, the manga name is The Villainess is adored by the crown princess of the neighboring kingdom. With her engagement annulled, Tiara Rose was supposed to have been exiled from the country. This is the otome game I played, she realizes on the day before the story's ending. Is waiting for my conviction the only thing I can do? But I do not think anything cruel. Thinking so, the ending proceeds. However, during the judgment, something that was not possible in the game happened. Tiara Rose was proposed to by the crown prince of the neighboring country. Adored by the prince of another kingdom, what awaits the villainess on her path to a happy ending? Read the manga and know the answer to this question. And finally, on the first number, the manhwa name is Villainous in Love. The main character becomes Unifier Magnolia, the villainess who is crazed with jealousy that Duke Ishit, the devastatingly handsome hero, has eyes only for Riley, Unifier's best friend. Unifier torments Riley so much that Unifier's killed off at the end. But the good news is, she is reincarnated a year before the tragic end. So there's time to make sure Ishit and Riley have a fairy tale ending. And also, she stays alive. Bad news is, she got drunk and woke up with Ishit next to her. What happens in the story after this? Check out this manga to know more about it. And with that being said, we have come to the end of this video of this amazing list of manga/manhwa where MC is reincarnated as a villainess. So if you enjoyed this video, then check out my other top 10 videos over here. And that's it for today's video guys. Please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more regular anime content like this. And that's it, and I will see you in the next one. Sayonara.